Okay. 3, 2, 1. I mean, who didn't get the goosies seeing everybody walking in the building today, right? I mean, that was goosies galore. Let's be honest. You see Jalen Waddle and Tua Tagovailoa walking in together like it's the first day of school. 2 scoops of adorable, right? I mean, the most adorable tandem in the league. Waddle and Tua and Waddle. You had a cheetah to it. It's like it's just woo. I'm so excited. This football season is really, really got me geeked up. I think it's probably because you got all these moves that are going on. You got a coach that seems like a wizard. Everything seems good in Dolphins land, man. It really does. You know? I feel like I've been saying that a lot. Like, everything's good in Heat land. Everything's good in Dolphins land. Everything's good in Panthers land. I'm excited for Marlins land to open up this week. Like, down here, things are going all right, you know? Elite 8 for Hurricanes land. Canes football's going on. Things are it's good. It's just good vibes, man. It's just good vibes going on right now. I will say, though, the people who are, like, actually taking attendance numbers of who is actually walking into the building first are like, I better not hear Tua say that he was first in the building because he was third, maybe fourth. Like, what? What are we doing here? Who is first of all, you don't know. Maybe his upload got, first of all, the upload could have been slow. And second of all, who cares? I mean, there's nothing to prepare for. It's literally the first day that they're learning from the coach. You know? Yeah, probably late because he was on the golf course. It's crazy to me, man. He wasn't first in the building. Are you effing kidding me? The Dolphins did make a move this weekend. We did a video already on the Xavier Howard thing. I'm very happy about it that Xavier Howard got his money. There's not going to be any drama there. But DeVante Parker was traded. This news never stops. DeVante Parker was traded to the New England Patriots. The Dolphins are going to get a third-round pick back next year. So the DeVante Parker era comes to an end here with the Miami Dolphins. Very interesting thing. Like, it's one of these things where I don't really have a disdain for DeVante Parker. Very frustrating that he was always on the injury report. We're going over it today on the morning show, and it was like you just see hammy. Forget that he even came into the league with a broken foot. That he was already a guy who was dealing with some stuff, which, that's definitely been a pattern for some of the Dolphins' first-round picks. Is like you're taking guys with a troubled injury past, and it can tend to bite on you. But DeVante Parker's season comes to an end after 7 years with the Miami Dolphins. Obviously, had the really one big year a couple of years ago where he was basically on the show me contract and ends up having a top 5 receiver season, 9 touchdowns, 1,200 yards. Really worked well with that show pony Ryan Fitzpatrick, who, I mean, his entire game is just throw it up there. Throw those dying quails up there. Let's see what's going on. Throw deep. That's kind of just how he rolls. Who cares? This guy, he gets hurt on a water slide. But for DeVante, yeah, obviously frustrating. A guy, I don't know if I would I don't think I would refer to him as a bust, though. Like, they did get to another contract with him. He was, somebody had texted a good, like, he's almost like a semi-bust. Like, there's bust-like qualities because he wasn't healthy all the time, and it was like, it was always like 4, 5, 6 games a year, it felt like, where it's just like, you never quite know what you're going to get from him. Never seemed like he had the best chemistry with Tua Tagovailoa. Not that they didn't seem to get along off the field. Like, they was always backing his dude on social media and whatnot, but I don't know if that's the type of receiver. I don't know if that just doesn't go well with him. I think certain quarterbacks and certain receivers just go better together. And this clearly is a team that has a theme that they are going speed. They're going space. DeVante Parker's game is not built with space. Like, DeVante Parker's game is usually physically dominating the guy who's defending him, usually going up and getting a 50-50 ball. They're going to have some of that with Mike Gesicki for sure. But I think the thing that just has everybody worried is the Patriots thing. To be honest with you, that was the only element to this that really does seem to be bothering people. Mac Jones out here, he's like, oh, let's go DeVante Parker. That guy's a square. Our guy Channing Crowder calling Russell Wilson a square. I think Mac Jones is a square. But and then you have Barker's, let's get it, big dog. They're the best of friends now. He's got a new best friend, not friends with Tua anymore. I'm just kidding. But the point is, I'm not worried about them trading to the Patriots. Like, if this is first of all, 3rd round pick, I think is pretty decent for DeVante Parker. They're clearly putting that draft capital focus onto next year. Maybe it's if Tua doesn't work out, they can be in that position to go get another quarterback, or maybe you're just in a good position to make awesome trades next year too. I think they have made their home run cuts for this year. So I'm fine with them being in the spot where, okay, we'll go and we'll focus on next year's draft rather than this year's draft. With them going to the Patriots, like, dude, this isn't 2004 anymore or 2006 with Wes Welker getting traded to Bill Belichick. It's gonna be the same thing. Come on, man. First of all, completely different receivers, and second of all, Wes Welker, he's on the coaching staff. I mean, he probably looked at DeVante Parker and goes, "That guy's not me." Send him to the Patriots. Oh, you think he's gonna be me? He's not gonna be me. So it's come full circle, dude. I'm not sweating that. Bill Belichick. First of all, dude has been exposed. Let's be honest. He doesn't have Tom Brady anymore. He ain't the same guy. He ain't. Everybody said the same thing when Kyle Van Noy went back to the Patriots this year. Oh, my God, Kyle Van Noy went back to the Patriots. We screwed up. What happened? It got rats off a ship in a year. Enough already. Enough with this fear of this cheating organization that rode the coattails of Tom Brady, who, is gone now. He's taken that magic to Tampa Bay. Not sweating this anymore, dude. Oh, go ahead. Go get DeVante Parker. Now listen, doesn't mean you have a revenge game. Yeah, everybody's capable of having a revenge game every now and then. Look at the old Dante Culpepper. Maybe the greatest revenge game of them all, tapping on his knee, scoring 5 touchdowns against the Finns. It happens. But do I think he's going to go out there and he's going to play 16 games and recapture what he had with Ryan Fitzpatrick 2 years ago? I have my doubts. It's cold up there too. Feel like the hamstring in the cold. Brr. That's not going to work. That's not a recipe for success. How's the hamstring going to be down here, not be loose, and that's going to go up there? I don't know if that's how science works. I don't know if that's like bro science. It just feels like it's going to be worse in the cold, So Barry Jackson said, per source, Parker never asked for a trade, but the team gave him permission to seek out a potential trade partner. When it became clear that the team was going to move on, Parker warrants more playing time than he would have had here. And agreed. Like, what's the point of having DeVante Parker here as your wide receiver 3 with the majority of the balls we all can kind of see? They got Cedric Wilson, which was kind of forgotten, with getting Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. They have a theme they're going with. They have their go-get-it guy in Mike Gesicki. I just think that, for me, totally fine with them moving on from him. I get people panic because it's in the division and things like that, but I think that's about as good what you're going to get for him. Like, people are like, you couldn't get more from him? I don't think you could have. Like, still on a contract, injury past. What do you think you're going to get for him? You think you're going to get a second-round pick for DeVante Parker? Highly doubt it. Highly doubt it. So I'm good with it. I'm good with the Dolphins and what they were able to get there. So he moves on. The Dolphins, they got to find themselves in a position where they get this thing cranked up. I think it's gonna be a fun week with some more Dolphins stuff coming out. Like, I love the content coming out. Just give me more of the guys walking into the building. I wouldn't mind if I could get like Tua getting spotted doing like some squats or something like that with Jalen Waddle and Reek. That'd be fantastic. I would very much enjoy that. All that content would be very, very welcome. I don't know if this is true or not. Like, somebody, because I don't know when this is. I never know what to believe with these nation sites. Some of them are real. They're really sketchy. But somebody put out a photo, and so you could verify this. I didn't see this on this story or not. I'm sure somebody in the comments can. But is it true that Deebo Samuel was out to dinner with Raekwon Davis in Miami last night? Because I saw them tweet that out over the weekend. And somebody tagged me on Twitter. I didn't see it because it was a couple days ago. But, I'm still waiting for that shoe to drop. Make a stink, Debo. Make a stink, dude. I'm just saying. Come to your guy McCoachin. Do what you got to do. You clearly like Raekwon Davis. He seems like a completely lovely person. He's a behemoth. Who wouldn't want to be on this team, With old McCoachin. Be fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Oh, man. That would be fun. That would be very, very enjoyable if that were to happen. The other thing that went down is that the other part of this, DeVante Parker, his statement. He says, to my Dolphins fans, teammates, and media, I'm honored to have battled with you over the past 7 years. I appreciate all the support. Grateful to Mr. Ross, Tom Garfinkel, Chris Greer, everyone who has welcomed me into the Dolphins family. Much respect. Classy exit there for DeVante Parker. I do hope that there's no, I know, but listen, people are going to take listen, you go to the Patriots, you can only expect that there's going to be hamstring jokes. That just runs with the territory. If he was on, if he went to the Denver Broncos, I don't know if people would give as much of a rat's ass. If he went to some team in the NFC, if he went to his boy Ryan Fitzpatrick and his bum water slide hip and went to the Washington Commanders, I don't know if anybody would give a rat's ass. Best of luck, DeVante. Take care, man. But I think going to the Patriots, there's going to be hamstring jokes. It just is what it is. That is going to happen. But, I think for my mind, the guy went out classy. I don't think there's going to be like the trash piece from any of the writers like there were with Jarvis Landry with like, oh, look at all the infighting there was. I think that the guy was completely liked, seemed to have a good relationship with Jalen Waddle. Jalen Waddle seemed to dig him a lot. Was able to learn some things. And he never really, I think one of the things that was disappointed with this wide receiver crew this year is you got the emergence of Jalen Waddle. That was fantastic. But, you were expecting with DeVante and Will Fuller, this was going to be a much more explosive group. And that just wasn't the case. It really wasn't the case. So the old McCochin has his wide receiver core in place. It does not involve DeVante Parker. And we wish him nothing but ill luck going to the Patriots. Nothing personal, dude. I mean, all the Patriots can just go to hell.